Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Cairo and welcome to the official tier list for Five Nights at Freddy's. Now with the dust all settled and everything pretty much back to normal in terms of content, I kind of want to revisit each game and just kind of rate them based on how good they are and how much I actually like them. We'll be combining probably all factors into this, such as like scariness and lore and mechanics and stuff like that. Characters. I've also randomized each and every single one of them, and so I won't really know like when I'm gonna start talking about one of them. So yeah, enough talking. Let's get into it. FNAF 3. Now, Springtrap is a funny character, but I'm, it's not that good. But it's not bad either. It's not objectively bad or anything. So it's kind of just a normal game. I thought this was gonna be the scariest of the bunch, but no. But I think what really kicks it up for me would have to be the lore, because there's actual story to the lore this time, and there's a lot of things you have to pay attention to. So if I was to put it on our tier list, which I think you can already gather what these are, but they're kind of FNAF related. So 3 stars is like above 2 stars, which it doesn't even exist, but we're gonna pretend it does. 2 stars is just completing night 6, I believe. 1 star is just completing all 5 nights. Wouldn't get through is just not getting that 1 star, and then the smell of the inside of a stuffed animatronic suit, which, as you could probably tell, isn't that good. I would put it in 1 star. It's definitely a 1 star. It's not good, it's not bad, it's just a generally normal let's play. FNAF Security Breach is a very interesting one, because if it was me right now, this would be in 3 star. But there was a lot of camera issues, and I thought my recording was fucked every time I went on cameras. And in my opinion, it's not, the best in terms of punch. But I think it's a really good game. So if I was to put it anywhere, it'd probably go in 2 star. Because 2 star, pretty good. Like, really good game. Very polished. Just doesn't punch as hard as the rest of them in terms of scariness, especially. Like, really soft punch there. Ultimate Custom Nights is a hard one, because I think you really have to factor. This is probably the one where it could literally go anywhere on the tier list depending on who you are. And for me in my Let's Play, I did 50-20 mode, and mainly that's what I did. And either that or I was trying to like skew the the game so it'd be as easy as possible. So I'm not really gonna place it that high. But for a lot, and especially for if we're talking about lore and stuff like that, it just doesn't have that. So yeah, not really the biggest fan of this one, so I'll just put it in wouldn't get through it if I was to try it again. Ooh, here's a really hard hitter. I don't know if this is gonna be in our 3 stars, but we'll figure out as I'm talking. FNAF 4 is the scariest game on this whole list. No, like, realistically, nothing on this list is as scary as FNAF 4. It's hyper realistic. It's really like, when I was playing, I was getting a lot of anxiety playing this game. Because the concept isn't just like sit in an office and pray to God that you don't get a animatronic in there. No, they're coming to your house You have to go to the door, peek on them, and they are literally in front of you and really trying to scare you. That is fucking terrifying. That is beyond terrifying. And the only thing really I would knack it for, realistically, is probably just the fact there is a tutorial. But, you know, it kind of adds to the game, though. They have to figure out all these animatronics. Kind of like an ultimate test to see how good you are at this series. So, this is gonna be our first 3-star. Purely because of how fucking scary this game is. Like, you don't know fear until you play this game and, like, get yourself engrossed in it. It is scary as fuck. Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator. A lot of you guys really love this video. I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big fan. I think this is the only one that's going in this tier, but smells like the inside of a stuffed animatronic suit. It's not good. Like, I don't know what it really adds to the series, and like, I said it in my video, but I'll say it again. If you have to make an ending that essentially gets rid of the whole point of the fucking series, then what's the point of it? It's like Assassin's Creed if it just got rid of the assassination part of it. Like, the fuck is the point of it then? What's the point if you could play Assassin's Creed like a fucking passive, like, I don't even, what would it even be at that point if you couldn't do anything and you were just all passive? I think it would be fucking nothing. So that's kind of my mentality with this game a little bit. No horror, no scares, no nothing. Ooh, Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is not a game I would like to play that much. And the main reason that I knock it down, because pretty much everything else is spot on, is the game mechanics. This probably is the most RNG based FNAF game that, in fact, I think it's the one that's the most RNG besides Ultimate Custom Nights. This one is so RNG and out of your control that it's unbelievable. And there's a good reason that I've had 5 hours on night 6 alone. Because it is so RNG. Even if you do it right, you don't know if you're actually gonna get to the night to end. You don't know. Because it's so hard to control these factors like Balloon Boy or the music box or when people pop out and shit like that. That it really becomes annoying. And I'll say this, compared to the first FNAF, Scott really took a bad turn with that in terms of adding RNG to the game. So I'm gonna have to put in wouldn't get through. Probably above Ultimate Custom Nights, because oh god, no. I would rather play that than Ultimate Custom Nights. Help Wanted 2, the predecessor to Help Wanted, the original. No. I'm not gonna lie here when I say this game was kinda disappointing. For how much I loved Help Wanted 1, spoiler, I just felt like they kind of dropped the ball here and really just didn't put as much effort as they could have to making the game super fun. And there were a lot of missed opportunities that, honestly, some of the modes should have been dropped and some of them should have been added here. Like, for example, a lot of the ones I'm thinking of are from Security Breach, and those ones are like Monty Golf, right? I'm talking about shit like the Mazer size thing, parts and services in that game. In fact, they missed out on probably 2 of my favorite modes of all time in this series. That being parts and services and vent repair. Those are two of my favorite modes in the entire series. And you missed out on that. That's kind of sad. But I'm not going to put it in here. I'm going to put it just above. And I think a little above Ultimate Custom Nights. Not above FNAF 2 though. Because I still got a bit of enjoyment out of it. It's just... it would be really hard to force me to play this game again and do stuff. Oh god. Alright. You know what? I'm not even gonna say anything. I'm gonna just place it, and I think you'll understand where my argument's going. Yep, one of the best FNAF games of all time. Not even a fucking doubt in my mind. This is the greatest game from the FNAF series. I wish I could have had this at the end, but, you know, randomization, that's how it is. This just is the best. The story is incredible. It was actually a bit scary. Way more than other games on this list. And generally speaking, it was not a force of, like, hardship and RNG and shit like that. More so that it was just a good-ass story. You didn't need to add all these hard-ass modes to figure out, like, what the hell you're doing. Like, the audio is super good as well. Like, you can hear everything. Like, when Foxy's going across your screen and you have the flash beacon, you can hear the exact pattern he's moving. This game pretty much replicates art in a way. It was funny, it was good, and I don't think, no matter how hard they try, they won't ever release a game like Sister Location that's this good at what it does. Into the Pit, it's a pretty interesting game. Into the Pit. Now, I think, personally, this game needs more than just the story. Story, really good. But by definition, I would just one-star this. There isn't much point in going back and replaying this after you played it, unless it's to revisit itself. If we're talking games that need DLCs, this is a game that really should have DLCs and, like, alternative content. Because this game just relies on the one story it tells, which is good. It's a really good story. It just, you know, it's like, that's it? That's all I get? So yeah, I'll probably put this here. I actually would play it above 3, probably. Five Nights at Freddy's 1. What can I say? Simplicity is good. This game is pretty fucking good. It doesn't need the showboat. It doesn't need to, like, add stuff that just throws everything off. I think, realistically, this is the most skillful one, because there's nothing really, like, not skillful about this. Once you understand how the game works, you just do it. You know what I mean? I don't know how, like, about the lore and stuff like that. That part of the game is a little obscure, especially if you don't listen to Phone Guy that well. But overall, though, really good, really scary. I think here. Plus, out of all the games, Foxy actually reminds me of my papa. So he used to always, like, pretend to be a pirate. He would even do some of the, like, humming, like like that type of stuff. And he's not in Michigan at all. He's in North Carolina. But I always love him, and when I think of Foxy, I personally think about him. Oh no. Oh no. Help wanted. Oh my, this one actually brings me the most pain to put on this tier list. Because this game probably, hypothetically, would be here. This is probably where I'd place it. If... Okay. Well, okay, it's sitting down here for now. Actually, no, just place it where I think it would be. That's where I think it would be. If and only if the game wasn't a very buggy mess. Yep, I'm gonna say it. This game was nearly perfect until that. My hands would stutter, audio wouldn't be playing through my headset, stuff like that. And it really hurts me. Because, yeah, like, this has some of my favorite modes of all time in it. Some hard hitters. But that just... And then Dreadbear wasn't the best either. Like, the DLC, that wasn't the best either. Especially for $10, that's... So sadly enough, it's gonna have to go at the top of 2 stars. Like, I'm sorry, they just really need to fix it for the Meta Quest 2. Or Meta Quest at all. Like, it's a very buggy mess playing it, and yeah, like, it really hurts me. It really does. It's like this placement is the worst on the entire list because I personally feel invested to shove it up in the 3 stars, but yeah, sadly enough, it needs to just go there. All right, so those were my placements for the games. What do you personally think? Especially with my videos, which one did you personally like for me to play? Which one did you like the most? Do you think any of my placements are wrong? I know a lot of you are gonna get mad at the Freddy Fazbear Pizzeria one, but hey, let me know, because I'll always try to think about whatever, you know, people say, stuff like that. So yeah, anyways, that's where I'm getting the video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I hope you have a good day.